So hey guys, Riotbox here and welcome to a brand new F1 2019 career mode episode, and this time we are going to be going out to the Russian Grand Prix. It is episode number 16, so let's just take a look at the championship because it's been a pretty interesting season so far. We're currently sitting better than the rest in 7th place, and I've got a feeling we might be able to push for Pierre Gasly's spot in 6th place. That'd be pretty awesome. Verstappen is not too far ahead of the other Red Bull driver there, Gasly, so 5th place may be on the cards as well, but we're going to have to keep developing this McLaren to see if we can push a little bit further up the grid in the driver's standings. But if you take a look at our season results so far, there you go. We've had 2 podiums, which is Austria and Great Britain, and also actually at Hungary. We got a 2nd place at Hungary by the looks of that. I don't really remember that race, but that was a good result for us. It's been a little while since I've recorded an episode, which is probably why I can't really remember too well what was going on, but hope you guys enjoyed the last one. But take a look at the R&D tree. You can see Haas has just jumped up right to where Ferrari is. So Ferrari are falling behind a little bit in the development race, so that's going to be interesting. What can we do? Have we got enough R&D points? We haven't got any R&D points at all, really. Nothing's in progress either, so I'm going to have to save up a few points to try and get ourselves some decent R&D points so we can get a bit more of an upgraded car going on here. So let's head straight into qualifying then. I'll do practice off camera and then we'll head straight into quali. Right then, here we are in the qualifying session. This is Q1. We're going to head out, get a bit of a car setup going, and we'll quickly check the weather before we head out. So what's that? The race is going to be wet. Okay, so this is going to make for an interesting race. I don't enjoy wet weather racing too much, so I'm going to have to go for that setup, that wet weather setup for the race. So let's put that on and then we'll head out on track and see what our first lap is like. Here we are then, going around the final corner on our opening qualifying lap. Let's see what it's like. 2nd place, faster than Sebastian Vettel. I will take that so far, you know, that's pretty good. What I might do one more lap and then head in and end off the session. We'll see though. So in the end then, I just decided to end the session off there. I was going quicker by about 4/10 and I threw it all away in the last couple of corners, so I was pretty frustrated about that. So I just ended off the session because I thought our time would be enough, and as you can see, pretty close to our teammate. 9th place, I'll take that straight into the next round of qualifying, so that's good. We need to get as high up the grid as possible in order to get a safer start, hopefully, for the wet race that's to come. So let's see what we can do in qualifying 2 then. Out of the final corner then, keep it pretty much tidy. 33.8 from us, so that's much better. That is only a 10th off of Lewis Hamilton's time from the first qualifying session, so that should be enough to get us through. I'm going to return to garage and we'll probably skip through it rather than just retire from the session. So let's just take a look and see where we end up. So currently sitting fastest, Lando Norris 34.7. He can go quicker than that. He did that in the first session quicker. So I wonder why the times have tumbled. Hamilton did a 33.7 in the previous qualifying session. So that's pretty interesting. We managed to get fastest overall. Vettel just a 10th off of us, so it's going to be pretty tight up at the top, you know. We are half a second quicker than our teammate, so that's pretty good. So fights on for the top 10. Who's going to get pole position? I mean, if we do another lap like that, I did run wide at one of the corners, so there's a little bit more time to find, then I'll be chuffed with that out here at Russia. Certain tracks we do well at, certain tracks the AI do a lot better. So let's go out on track, make sure we've got fresh tyres, which we do. Alright, let's head out on track and do a flying lap. This has to be the fastest lap we've done so far. Come on. Going for a top 5 finish. Need to push our McLaren as much as we can. So top 5 would be absolutely fantastic. So we're going to have a wet race, which might play into our hands. It might not. We'll have to see. So this McLaren is taking shape nicely come the end of the season. So 33.8 has been set by Valtteri Bottas. So let's see what our last 2 corners are like on our lap. It feels like a pretty decent lap time, to be fair. Come on, power out the final corner. 33.7, fastest overall. I don't think I can go any quicker than that. So you know what? I'm going to end off the session here, retire from the session, and then I'm going to see, is it enough to hold on to pole position, or will the likes of Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel demote us from the top spot here at Russia? Come on, fingers crossed. Oh, third place, Lando Norris as well. Look at that. Third and fourth for the McLarens. We've really developed this McLaren into a lovely car. If it was dry conditions, then you know what, I'd be feeling pretty confident for the race. But a 33.4 from Bottas, 33.5 from Mercedes. They are pulling away. I mean, where on earth is Leclerc? Wow, Verstappen down in ninth. So, we've had no driver transfers so far this season yet, which is pretty disappointing. I would have wanted to see a few more driver transfers. So, let's get straight down to the grid then for the start of the race. So, the strategy is saying no stops, and that will be quicker than if we did a stop for a second set of wet weather tyres. Right then, let's see what we can do off of the launch. Been caught napping a bit and spun up the rears massively, and we've dropped to P7, and I can't see a thing coming into turn 1, and we've got Vettel just ahead of us. We had to slam on the brakes. It's 3 wide into turn 1. Check there's no damage. No damage to the car, but Norris has made his way up into third place for McLaren. This just feels, oh my god. Oh, these conditions are horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. I just can't see the track. We've got the corner a little bit there. It is so wet. I don't think I've ever seen the conditions like this on this race. But the Red Bull of Gasly there, up into P4. That is good for him, but I'm a bit annoyed about the start. We just couldn't find any grip out there, so props to everyone else who made a better start than us. Right, I'm going to stick it into rich mix for a bit, try and burn off some fuel. We've got Verstappen behind us and then Vettel behind him, so Verstappen's starting to close in. I've got to be careful on the brakes here. Brake about the 150 metre board, a bit deep there. Oh no, Verstappen side by side with Verstappen. Oh god, this is scary stuff. How are we meant to find any grip? Verstappen goes around the outside. Cuts us up as we try to go up the inside. Oh, come on. Can't find a way back past Verstappen. These conditions are so tricky. That's the thing I haven't done much on this game. Wet weather running, and we've got Sebastian Vettel all over the back of us. Coming through, dropping down the grid. Man, we're dropping like flies. Come on. Leclerc goes up the inside, almost makes contact with his teammate there. And actually, I could have got a better launch out of there. Where's the apex? I can't even see the corner. There's that much spray going on here. God, there's got to be a safety car in this race. I haven't actually seen the safety car in this game. Right, P8. Kimi Raikkonen behind us. This has to be the worst start for us in the history of this career mode. Leclerc covers us off. Just can't find a way through. Snap of oversteer from the rear. Look at these conditions. We've got 13 laps of weather like this. Oh god, warning for cutting the corner. I couldn't even see the corner around here. So, I was hoping to gain on Gasly and Verstappen in the championship here at Russia. But I don't think that's going to be the case. Little lock up from the rear as we sent it down heavy on the brakes. Right. Let's just see if we can settle in and start to gradually... Another corner cut, that's annoying. Right, let's see if we can find our apexes and try and get some consistent lap times on the go and slowly make our way back up the field. Let's see what our lap time is like. 59.3. 56.3. Right, let's push and see if we can find some lap time. Right then, starting lap number 5, we've slowly been crawling our way up to the back of Leclerc, Verstappen and Vettel for 5th place. So let's see if we can carry on pushing. I think Vettel's actually holding... Oh no, it's Gasly, not Verstappen. I think Vettel's actually holding up Gasly and Leclerc. So let's see if we can go with them. Try and find a way through if we can over the next few laps and try and push. I want to beat our teammate here, because we were the pace setters in qualifying, and I don't want to not be the pace setter in the race. But it looks like Verstappen is all over the back of Norris for company. So let's see if we can push it a little bit. We're half a second down on our last time. I think the rain's getting heavier. As soon as we get into the spray, the pace naturally just drops because you've got poor visibility. As you can see there, we're in a little bit wide, missed the braking zone. So let's see if we can find a way through. We're right on the back of Gasly, struggling to put the power down, and he just escapes because we lost so much time trying to find traction. And the front runners are on 51.9s. That's Lewis Hamilton. That is crazy pace in these conditions. Oh my god, I've flown into turn 1. Oh, we missed the apex a little bit. Come on. We've lost touch because we overdrove the car there, and he's free. Gasly's gone. Right, we're going to need to catch up to the back of him once again. This time we've got a better run, and look at the visibility. It's so poor, tucked in the slipstream of Gasly. We are losing so much time sat behind him, and now we're out of the spray. Oh, the visibility is like heaven. Jesus, come on, that's brilliant. A little bit deep into turn 1, but we'll get away with it. Right, let's push now onto the back of Charles Leclerc. Get ourselves a few more points. We're just over halfway through this Grand Prix. I've got Gasly behind me, but I'm not worried about him really, because once we get on the next few sectors we'll start to pull away a bit as we run a little bit wider. Tricky conditions here today at Russia. Coming out the final corner then to start lap number 9. We are just 1 second off of the back of this pack now, so it's Leclerc, Vettel and the 2 Ferraris have caught up to Norris, who's been falling back off the back of Verstappen in 3rd. So let's see if we can take this opportunity and try get past them. I mean, I want to beat the Ferraris, and I want to definitely at least beat our teammates. So let's just see how the next 4 laps or so pan out. Oh, look at the Lando Norris train. Come on, all aboard McLaren versus Ferrari here in these monsoon conditions at Russia. Coming to the final stages of this Grand Prix. We've got, what, 4 laps to go after this one. So let's just ride on board. Gonna have to focus a little bit here.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
That was such a poor exit onto the straight. Ugh. We went wide at the final corner. Yellow flags out. What on earth has gone on there? Sebastian Vettel with green again. Can we send one up the inside? I'm not too sure. I think Vettel clipped Norris there. So now it is Leclerc mounting the challenge onto Lando Norris, our teammate. So on lap number 11, Leclerc has found his way past Lando Norris, and we're going to have to push on now because we're running out of laps. We've only got 2 laps left after this one to try and get past our teammate. So let's keep up the charge. He tucked right in his slipstream. Can we find a way past Sebastian Vettel? We're going to have to commit on the brakes very late into turn number 1. Send one up the inside, mate. Give us room. Oh, snap of oversteer. He's got the inside line. This is not what we need. Oh, he's going to get back through again. This is so frustrating. I just want to beat my teammate, please. Oh, the rear doesn't want to hold on. Oh, we're going to have to cool everything down and charge it up again as we run a little bit wide there. Oh, come on. We just didn't have the legs on the Ferrari driver. Ferrari is so much quicker in a straight line. We're going to have to charge it up again. Let the engine cool down from rich mix, and then we'll go for it again on this next straight. Come on. It's going to all be about the exit. Here we go. Got rich mix as well. Oh, I mean overtake mode, not rich mix. Let's go. Push. Cover him off nicely. Next up is Lando Norris, our teammate, for 5th place. Come on. I don't know if we'll be able to do it, catch up to him and overtake him in one lap, but we'll see. So we're on the final lap. Our teammate's right there as we have a massive lock-up into turn number 1. We're gaining, bit of slipstream, bit of 8th gear. We're going to have to go around the outside and it will become the inside line for the next one. Fastest sector up the inside. Defensive from Lando Norris there. I'm going to get a screenshot for the thumbnail first before we carry on. But you know, actually, I will show a replay of this. Tucked in the slipstream. We pull out. Oh, look at that crazy stuff in full wet conditions. Oh, very aggressive there. Very aggressive defending. Absolutely love that. You know what? We're going to get an onboard from Norris. Nope, that's not on board. This is on board. Right, Lando Norris. We go round the outside, which becomes the inside line. Oh, he locks up. Oh, he turned out and let us through. Oh, he kind of had to, or else 2 McLarens would have been out of this race. We made it through on our teammate. We're in a little bit deep, and Lewis Hamilton in the end took the win. We got a fastest middle sector, and I now just need to bring the car home. Verstappen with another fast lap of the race for Max Verstappen. That was a pretty good result for him. He'll get the extra point then, as long as no one else can set fastest lap. We maybe could have set fastest lap, but no. In the end, because of all the battling we had to do, we weren't able to. So P5 though, I would take that. Good result for us. 5th in the race. Beat our teammate Lando Norris. Beat Gasly as well. Was it Gasly did we beat? Yeah, we beat Gasly. Weren't able to get through on Sebastian Vettel though, but like I say, we gained on Gasly in the championship. It was actually Bottas that won from Lewis Hamilton, so that's my bad there. And Verstappen in 3rd, so a good recovery result for Max Verstappen as well. So let's take a look at the drivers' standings once we've taken a look at these celebrations of Bottas. Look at him. Very, very happy with that result, and it stopped raining at the podium celebrations. So, as you can see, 5th place, we dropped down 2 positions from the grid, which was pretty frustrating, but we just didn't have the pace in the wet. So, where are the standings? And in fact, actually, did anyone DNF? No, it was just Nico Hülkenberg and Daniel Ricciardo, last place. Oh, the Renault isn't doing great. That's surprising to see, actually. So, we close in even more up to the back of Gasly, just 10 points behind him now. And Hamilton shoots to the top of the standings there as Leclerc drops down and Vettel drops down. So it is now Hamilton and Mercedes leading the championship. It's looking pretty tight at the top 3 separated by 6 points, so that's interesting. Take a look at the constructors then. Ferrari lead the way. They had a fantastic start to the season, but in the late stages of the championship, the last quarter of the championship to go, they are falling behind in the development race. So that's been it for today's episode. I really do hope you have enjoyed, but before I end off the episode, I will get in and do some R&D, and as well as this little interview.
Happy with that. Your team must be ecstatic with how you're performing.
Oh, yep, really glad with how I can live up to the expectations. Life wouldn't be fun if it didn't.
That was an
right.
Epic battle
with Lando Norris. A battle for the ages. I have the crown.
Appreciate your time.
Bit of showmanship there, bit of sportsmanship as well. I don't intend to go either way. I just pick any random answer, to be honest. Right. Let's get into the R&D then, and hopefully get a few more upgrades on the car before we end off the episode here. Right then. Resource points. Got some more resource points. Qualify 8th or better. 500 R&D points. I'll take that.
That's a great result. You did really well. I don't think we can have any complaints with that performance.
Okay, so we've got some contract negotiations going on here. Do I want to negotiate with a different team? I don't think I do. Start negotiation. Negotiate with a different team. Not at this stage. I want to carry on with McLaren, but I do want to get some more resource points on the go. We'll try that. I don't really know. 20% quicker. Upgrade speed reduced by 1 week. Simultaneous. Expected qualifying, we could probably get that. Expected race finish as well. We could probably get at least 6th place in the races, because we're doing pretty well now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put on another one of these, just to get it above, and then we can notch it down a bit.
Okay, that proposal looks good. It seems
We
all
could have asked for
is
way more.
So it'll commence at the next race.
Oh man. Oh well. Here we go then. R&D tree, as you can see, we're 5th behind Haas, but Haas don't seem to be that far up, which is a bit strange. So look at the, we've got the 4th best engine, and we've got the 5th best aero package. So I will develop this a little bit further. We can get 2 major upgrades here. What we got? Downforce, rear downforce. We go down here to front downforce. Got some drag in the middle, rear downforce. Go for some front downforce, major upgrade. Actually no, we may as well go down this way maybe, and then over to the ooh, I don't know, a tough decision. No, we'll go in the middle. Develop that major upgrade. That'll be with us in 2 weeks time, and I don't think we've got enough to do anything. No, not enough to do anything else. But there we go, that's been it for today's episode. Actually, I should probably do some durability stuff, because I haven't touched that so far this season. But anyway, like I say, that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you really have enjoyed, and you are looking forward to the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 races in the season, where we'll end off the season hopefully on a high. We haven't finished outside of the points once, only in 2 occasions at the start of the season. So really come on a long way, and especially Williams now. Look, Renault are the slowest. I didn't expect to see that. Right, so that's been it for today's episode. Remember to smash the like button if you did enjoy, share it with my friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more F1 and MotoGP content. So we'll see you then.